Hello, I'm ToycatA, and even though the PlayStation 4 has had the Bedrock version of Minecraft for over a year now, it's only been a matter of weeks since they've been able to crossplay via server and realms with people from other platforms, like perhaps the Xbox, and this means there is a whole host of Minecraft PlayStation 4 worlds which have been unintentionally stuck in the PlayStation ecosystem for 7 years, and now are available for anyone to check out, and we're going to be going through, today, some of those. That's right, we can really show PlayStation players what it's like to have a world of random strangers joining their game and doing the thing that random strangers know how to do best, because if we don't like a build, we can explode it. If we like a build, maybe we leave a fun little sign. And yeah, we've managed to make this entire world series into a speedrun project because I want to get TNT in everyone's random worlds as fast as I can, because every time I do one of these, I like to subvert people's expectations. You think I'm here to colonize your world? Well, I'll give it an actual review. You think I'm here to review it? I'm going to psychologically evaluate you as a person. You think I'm here to psychologically evaluate you? Well, I'm here to grief it, because you're a PlayStation 4 player, and we all know how the console wars go. Am I right? Haha, so funny. So, just for anyone out there who's concerned about this, I think griefing is actually a real dick move if you're joining someone's world, especially if you don't know them. You might think, haha, it's kind of funny. No, actually, not really. But this is a realm, so not only is this a copy of their world that they likely made on the PlayStation 4 edition, that they probably play offline most of the time as well, but just in case this is their main version of the world, you can actually just roll back the realm to prior to the griefing, which means there's no issues. Even if this was a serious grief for someone's actual copy of the world, they can undo it instantly. So, no issues there. So just in case the fun police come along, there's the actual explanation. I don't think you should grief worlds, especially when there's no backups, etc., because you're just stealing someone's fun. But like stealing someone's bridge, temporarily, that's a good thing. So this is Enderstar 22's world. I didn't like their house, but I actually really do like what they've done with this mountain here. They seem to have like hollowed out the bottom base of it and turned into glass, which, I mean, I do actually like how this looks. This is a fun idea. Also, you know, a really high wheat farm. Wow, I sure do like farms that go to the sky. And underneath the wheat farm is where they keep their cows. That's so much smarter than what I do in my world, having them on opposite sides of the planet. You know, there we go. It's a smart thing. I like it. But do you know what else is smart and that I like? Because this next world is called PlayStation 4 ToycatA Bad with Names. If you're curious, every time I do one of these, I ask people to put something specific in their title, so I know it's not just a random invite, it's specifically for the videos, etc, etc. And this time we did PS4 ToycatA. Do you want to be in the next one? Look in the description, and then notice I forgot to put it there, and then leave a comment saying, ToycatA, you've got to put it in the description, and then I'll leave a comment, and you'll see the top comment that'll be, here's what you should put in your realm title if you want me to judge it for the next realm review series. Speaking of realm review, this one's taken a while to join. It must be good. Okay, you know, I take it back. This is the worst world I've ever been in. I spawned directly next to a baby drowned. I didn't think baby zombies could get worse, but baby drowns and their lack of death. Worst thing in the world. Anyway, so this is the world. Here's something super interesting I'm immediately noticing at spawn. They have the exact same thing as me, where they had a world that they started on, clearly PlayStation 3, and then they expanded it to be a medium-sized world, and then they expanded it to be a large-sized world. It might be kind of hard to see that, so we'll use video editing magic to point out the lines just in case they're not obvious to anyone else. I don't know how obvious they are or aren't, but it's cool to me that you can see like PS3, PS4, PS4 expanded, and then presumably after that, it's you know, the Bedrock world. Super, super cool. But yeah, let's look around the world today with our shulker box full of dirt, a raw cod, and a crafting table, and some gunpowder. You know, this is gonna be the fastest speed run of all time. Get some dirt as well. Actually, you know, I like this world a lot. We might not have to blow it up. Like, some people might call what we're doing to people's worlds here a little bit of a, you know, form of terrorism maybe, but I'm an eco-terrorist. I am sustainably committed to only blowing up worlds that I dislike. You know, I have ethics to my standards. So interestingly enough, we actually got enough sand. So we got enough gunpowder, sorry, before we got enough sand. Now we have enough to craft some TNT. Boom, TNT crafted, speedrun complete. But let's look around the world before deciding anything that maybe needs an explosion or two. Because I see this right here, this Netherrack mountain, covered in snow, and I think, oh my god, how have I not done this? Why do I not have a Nether mountain in my overworld? This is beautiful. Like, you can see a lot of like tiny inspirations from things from the creative worlds here and there. You can even see like a big sky rail up there. And then you can see some things that are just like, oh yeah, like the Minecraft logo. That's, you know, like from the tutorial, that seems like a thing that I should have. Like, oh, a Netherrack mountain. I love when I look at a world and it inspires me, and you have done a great job here, so, you know, Little golf clap for you. Yeah, I really want to have my own Nether Mountain. I think the snow on top especially just makes it something I just need to have in my world. It's going to be very hard for me not to want to make one of those. But, you know what? Maybe the rest of the world's terrible. Maybe they threw the best in at the start, and the worst is still to come. I mean, they did this, this fun trope of having a minecart across their world, which is a problem because when nighttime comes, lots of zombies and stuff can get in there. That's why the Sky Rail TM is a particularly great idea. But yeah, it seems this rail takes us to a lovely, oh god, lovely might not be the word for this village. It was clearly, again, this is what I love looking about with like 2013 and earlier worlds. You can see this world was so clearly started in the old villages, and they're like, okay, so we'll have a village from this type, a village from there, and then they started remixing the builds, and it's just like, oh, this is rough to look at, but I mean, it is a fair remix, if nothing else. Also, there's a lot of lecterns here for some reason. Maybe they didn't build this recently, like in 2013. Maybe they built this recently, and I'm giving them way too much credit. You know, if something deserves to be bombed, I feel like it's definitely that birch house over there. I've built this exact same thing myself, and let me tell you, it's not a pretty thing that deserves to exist. I don't know what happened to the villager when I did this, but okay. You know, I'll just leave the TNT there. I'll let this time bomb go off by itself. Oh no, there's lava here. Never mind. Wait, why is there lava here? How is the cat slightly in lava and not concerned in the? You know, too many questions. Don't wanna ask too many of the wrong things. Instead, let's just go to sleep and move on with our day. Okay, I think I found peak confusion right here. They took a cross section of the village and laminated it in glass, and I can't even, like, why would they? Is it like preserving it? Did this like accidentally generate and they're trying to say that? But then why are there strength potions in it? Like, what? I like touring people's worlds and just having no clue sometimes. That's a good feeling. That's a sign someone's done something right. By the way, as best I can tell, this is the edge of the world over here. Also, as best I can tell, the sky rail doesn't exist yet. Although I do like this design of using redstone blocks so they don't have to power it from underneath. It's a lot less ugly than the alternative. But yeah, it's this might be the ugliest village I've ever seen, which is impressive because I've seen a lot of my own village designs. And boy, let me tell you, that's hard to beat. But yeah, overall, this is a very interesting world to look at. Is it great? Depends on your definition of the word great. Has it inspired me? Depends on your definition of the word inspire, but probably. So, yeah, I'm going to give this world a solid. I didn't even explode it myself yet, and I'm going to wait for time to do that. Because you know what? This copy of the Minecraft logo from the tutorial, if this doesn't get you nostalgic, you're doing life wrong. Oh, also, I missed some more of the world over there. Oops. But you know what I didn't miss? So this next world is from Adorable Ho 420, which, I mean, everything about that name's pretty good, right? Like, Adorable Ho, okay, that's nice. It's a play on Minecraft hoes, and the fact that they no doubt are a hoe. But also 420, I mean, that's the funny number right there. So if I'm interested in trying my UHS map, let me know. They have a ultra hard survival map. Sounds fun. Anyway, this is my stash for now, though. These items are yours. Hey, ToycatA, it's Adorable Ho. Welcome to my survival world. It's fully legit, no duping, etc. I used OP farms, though. I started this world on PlayStation 3 around January 2017, 4 years. You know what? I always go by, like, adding the years up, and January 2017 isn't technically 4 years, so I'm going to be smug and be like, ha ha ha, it's only 3 years and 11 months, you fool. But yeah, let's take, oh, this is nice. Let's take Send Me to Heaven, as well as a Neverite. You know, actually, we'll take this funly named pickaxe. The Pointy Spirit, colon-free. Ah, that's hot. Ah, mending and unbreaking on a flint and steel. Living the dream right there. As well as a nice set of armor. After we put those on, we'll grab some food and some... Yeah, that seems good enough to me. And a water bucket for MLG stuff. So let's look around the world. Feel free to build stuff, kill stuff, and of course destroy stuff. Don't hurt yourself. I love that. You know, already this is lulled me in. This is like an old console style spawn. It's been years since I've seen one of these. I'm loving it. And the reference to the Let's Play, I'm in love with this already. I might not even have to explode it. Oh my god, look at this too. There's no way this is a legit map. Did they really manage to do that in legit survival? That's insane if so. Let's find out. Anyway, so this is the world map. It looks really ugly. But there's also a little kitty if we look over there somewhere. Or over there. You know, honestly, there's no easy direction to work. Oh, there we go. That's the cat. Wait, no way. I need to see this. Oh, I don't have the Elytra equipped. You know, I broke the one rule of don't hurt myself, and I apologize for that. Okay, so this is the most insane thing. It is a cat. They've drawn in Minecraft that says ToycatA is yes. They were prepared for this moment, it seems. Like, for a legit survivor world, even if it wasn't solo, which I believe it is based on everything else, this is crazy. I am not blowing up this world. But what I am gonna do is check out over here a nice little mountainside cliff retreat. So there's some, I'm assuming an ice farm of some description. Or maybe this is just deliberately here and it's frozen by accident. There is a little automatic bamboo farm. Or not automatic, just there's a bamboo farm right here. Love a non-automatic farm. We got a melon farm. We've got a nice little hut to sleep in. You know, I'd appreciate that right now, actually. And then we've got a house that looks a little bit like a castle, but is actually just a front to grow kelp. I wonder why this is. Is it meant to be like an aquarium? Did I mess something up? You know, let's believe that we didn't. So over here we've got this. There used to be an AFK fish farm here. Okay, that explains a lot. You know, AFK fish farming. It's a thing that people do sometimes. I have heard. That's my opinion on those. Let's not get into AFK fish farms today. Let's instead fly across the world, soar through it, and see this. Either this is a glitch chunk, or they genuinely built this. And I don't know what oh, no, I think what they did. No way this is actually true, but it's impressive if so. They destroyed a chunk, and then moved the chunk onto an existing one. This is such a, you know, like, fill-in, you know, like a replace command, like just moving an entire chunk up. Including a mob spawner, it seems. Jesus Christ. I mean, I could believe it. I mean, they don't have the mob spawner there, which would be the clear tell sign of cheating. Also, you can see some just really high-effort stuff in. Like, look at this tree farm using iron bars for the outside. Everything about what's going on here is just a whole nother level of crazy, huh? Then over here, we've got a nice walk forest. Over here, we've got a potion bottle filled with red terracotta. Liking that a lot. A mesa biome, so you can tell this is semi-recent. And then we got a portal cube. Man, everything around here is, like, cool enough. Like, if you saw this in creative, you'd be like, yeah, this is nice little build stuff right here. But this is a survival world we're flying around. Honestly, I think I like this world too much. Everything I'm seeing, I'm like, oh, wow. That's well put together. Like, you know, they even have, if I'm not mistaken, a wall around the edge of their world, their PS3 size wall limit. And you can see this wall right here has a giant blue ice thing going around it. It puts my wall to shame. They are keeping everything out. And yeah, seeing this world is just incredible. This is what I'm talking about when I say, like, there's a whole world of untapped PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, etc. Like console, people who build on console that people are like, oh, console Minecraft, haha. There's a whole world of amazing building out there that has just never been tapped into because they couldn't share their worlds until now. And I love that we can help to share some of this stuff. Like, look at this village. This is too insane. Too insane. This is an amount of insane that I can't deal with anymore. I love your world, adorable ho. I love it so much I genuinely don't know if I believe it's all survival. Like, it's that level of impressive. You've see that as a compliment because, I mean, it's too impressive. It's not quite the level where I'm like, yeah, this was easily creative. But there's so many just like insane projects where I'm like, I wish I could do this. And that's something I like about it. But it's not the only thing I like about it. I think they went straight, by the way, from PlayStation 3 to Bedrock. You can tell, generally speaking, because of how these, like, mountains go up. And the terrain goes in a very weird way, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that's what's happened here. Huh. Very weird. Very weird indeed. That means that they were playing PlayStation 3 edition, you know, the console from 2006, till at the bare minimum 2019. And again, a reminder, just because someone doesn't have the same hardware as you, doesn't mean that they're not incredible at this game. And people who dismiss people based on their platform are entirely upsetting. But I would say that, because I'm just an Xbox user. Wouldn't I? Oh, and in case I did want to explode things, they gave me a whole shulker box full of gunpowder, for whatever reason. I think that's fun. Also, I think they play in German. I could be wrong. Danke Wähler, hier sind die Karten. Nurse this. Wait, this is, here are the maps. Just these words functioning. Thank you something. And then, you know, I understand some amount of German. Can we give me some points for that? I don't think we can. So this next world is called PS4 ToycatA Shoes. And ToycatA killed this assassin to get stuff. You know, if you insist. If you insist. So this is a much more dense world. A much more interestingly put together in terms of, Jesus, look at those Skylands world. But let's grab some stuff from the Elite box. You know, either that they're like role-playing as French. No, okay, they're not French. Conspiracy Box 2, The End Inquiry. Conspiracy Box. And Conspiracy Box 4. Mr. Creeper Musical now spawning. Spawn Chunk Theater. Man, you know, even though this is roleplay, and like every now and then you look at roleplay and you're like, kind of weird, right? I feel like this is like humorously done in a way I don't like immediately cringe at, which, you know, that's always a good sign. I also think the Swedish church is a nice touch to the spawn area. I've always thought Minecraft maps lacking some serious religiosity. You know, I need to take some things from these chests, don't I? You know, if we don't steal the gunpowder, how are we gonna make TNT to destroy people's worlds? We just won't be able to. If we don't steal the gunpowder from somewhere, how are we gonna destroy the world? Man, everything about this is like like das Sweets, da Leafs, crazy food, eat at your own risk. It's a very interestingly put together world. It's gonna be very hard for me to find anything in a world this opaque. Like, what? How does anyone live this way? I guess that's how people feel when they look at me. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, I just want to find some gunpowder, man. They clearly had map rooms planned. Oh no, there are maps here, but the maps are bugged. You can tell. But they should be filling these entirely. They just don't. I love this weird like giant item frame look that it has by accident. I also love this. You know, it's a weird world, right? This is the base of trades. So this is clearly a multiplayer world. They play with multiple people because otherwise they wouldn't need to trade. You don't have to trade with yourself. Trust me, I've learned that one the hard way. Okay, my TNT speedrun is going very questionably because of the fact that I genuinely cannot find what I'm looking for. I found a dog restaurant, which is it's very cute, but it's not so useful. Honestly, you know, my first impressions to get to the judgment is this world is the quirkiest thing I've come across. I mean, an exact replica of Captain River, and then they use diamond blocks and gold blocks in there. Like, there's a lot of quirkiness to this, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Not everyone hates quirky. Oh, we got the gunpowder sorted. Can we get some sand up in here? We can get some sand up in here. Boom, we are ready to TNT. TNT speedrun complete. You know what? They just make it too easy, don't they? So, yeah, this is a nice house. It falls into that trap, though, of being like a nice house, but, like, why would you want to live here? Like, it's huge and there's space for things. But what space do you really need in Minecraft? And if you don't have things in the space, does the space really have any value? I guess we could wax philosophical all day. But instead of doing that today, I'm just going to light some TNT. Should be easy enough to do. Let's destroy some... Actually, if I explode this here, it's going to look very natural. I don't think I want that. Oh, it turns out fire spreads is turned off on this realm. So, okay then. I wanted to light some TNT. I just could not. I do love what they've done with these mountains, though. I think this is a great, like, air quotes, sneak peek at, like, snowier snow. Like, this mountain looks delightful. And so today I've seen two mountains that I like for entirely opposite reasons. Also, this little train tunnel that, like, goes out. You can see a little bit of the land, then it goes back in. I think that's great, too. I like a lot of things about this world, but it's just too quirky for me. But you know what's not too quirky? Wait, an idea. There's clearly a redstone panel there, so if I put that there, it does not work. I am so sure that that TNT explodes is turned off, but just in case, we'll break this block, and we'll see for sure. Yep, TNT explodes is turned off. You know what? How am I meant to claim someone's work? Wait, something we can do that. It's interesting, the redstone signal doesn't go through the TNT. Today I learned. But you know what else I learned today? So this next world is called Du hast PS4 ToycatA. So German sounds fun. P.S. If you are IBX ToycatA, go down below for a list of locations. Okay, this is a creative world. That's easy. Oh, look at this. They've got a fun little map showing off their world. Wait, speedrun time. You know how fast I can get TNT in this world? I'll show you how fast. Yeah, look at that. Gonna make a nice little dent over here, because I don't know if I dislike the world enough. I just want to get that speedrun time in. World record, I think you'll find. Maybe cheating. For someone who claims to be a PS4 player, this guy has a very suspicious, almost copyright infringement. Couple of banners up here. Also, this is a really easy way to get an M, I guess. It looks kind of tacky, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. What's on the other side then? If that was an M man, this is a man wearing a pink Santa hat. You're not fine. So yeah, this is a really cool medieval build. I like it a lot, actually. I think this is a delightful little realm, you could say. It has some nice fictional flags. It has a nice little village center. It's done that fun thing where they built out the plots where they're gonna build things, but there's no things there yet. So right now it just looks like there's a bunch of purple squares. And then it's got its own fair share of these pirate ships around the place, which, you know, building boats in Minecraft, kind of hard to do. Building really good boats in Minecraft, genuinely impressive. You can tell they did it before waterlogging was a thing from down there. But still, overall, pretty great. Let's go down below deck and let's see what's going on. Should we go to the throne room, the dungeon, the catacombs, the docks, the cult, the village? This is a fun idea. Let's go to the dungeon. Ooh, this is deep. I feel like this would be a perfect world for like trying to simulate a fancy environment. Like maybe, I don't know, like I'm imagining like if you want to physically show like what a D&D thing looks like, you could do it here. And yeah, I feel like this world is very accessible for that purpose. You know, really nicely put together, I do have to say. Okay, so we have one more world to go through today, and I mean, I wasn't expecting, you know, usually because the focus of this channel is survival, I wasn't expecting it to be so easy, but just for the record, as you can see, TNT any percent, easily done. Let's read this book though, and see that this is for a future 3D D&D map. I feel like they stole my idea. They heard what I was saying just a few minutes ago, and they're like, we need to build this ASAP. So this map is pretty big, but please explore as much as you want. All doors stripped spruce log have buttons either on a door above or somewhere that will open a passage through. Also, there's secret rooms in there. So 3D D&D sounds like a lot of fun, honestly. You know what? I like their way of describing it way better than mine. I was like, oh, I could just represent a D&D world here. It sounds like they're actually playing D&D via Minecraft, which is either the most ambitious or the worst idea. I'm not sure which it is, but so every door that's made of stripped spruce has buttons on it somewhere. Oh. I guess those are, oh, there's the button. The door, those are door handles. This is a button. Oh. I mean, you know, there we go. Passage. Can we go out of this door? Oh, here's the button, right? No. Oh, okay, no, yep, there's a piston. Maybe. Oh, also there's a secret. No, this isn't a secret. This is because I destroyed some of the blocks. So I think maybe that's what it's meant to do. Like the button opens the door temporarily and then you can walk through. So yeah, this is D&D, but it's, man, the amount of time this takes to like develop an area, but then the amount of like detail you actually get inside of it, I think that's great. I think that is more than delightful. So let's look around this castle, shall we? Honestly, I want to, you know, I want to take back my idea and I want to use this one instead. So only certain doors can be opened, it seems, and even those you have to like slide through real quick, and then every room is going to have its own little challenges or things to deal with. Now we're on the second floor. Yeah, I feel like you could have a lot of fun doing some sort of free D&D campaign with this, but you know, we have to criticize it because that's the name of the series. It's Realm Review, where I criticize people's worlds. So I do have to say, this looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it's just a castle so far. It's a really detailed castle. Clearly one built since the last update. You can tell from all of the black stone that exists literally everywhere. Also, you know, these piston timings, like, if me in creative is having a hard time getting through them, maybe it's a bad sign. But other than that, you can see how it's just this one castle. There's even clearly a lot of terrain that they had to remorph to make this work. And it's like, oh man, this is clearly like a really great early work in progress. And you know, like that's how I would see it. And then I realized, wait, no, this is a PS4 world. This isn't like, oh yeah, they used a tool to do this and make the castle. They built that castle into that mountain by hand. Maybe at best they used the Bedrock Edition fill command from the last, 11 months or so. But otherwise, this genuinely is incredible when you think about the scale and the work required for it. Even in creative, going block by block to build this sort of stuff is really tricky. The little arrow over there, maybe unintentional. I think this is a really cool. I'm looking forward to your D&D sessions that I'm not a part of. And let me say, anyone who's part, you seem like you'd be the best DM in the world for making stuff like this. Has to be said. But so I can criticize it, you know what? You have very poor commitment issues. You build one castle, one little, what is this, an inn, a tavern, a shack? I'm gonna go with a tavern. You build one tavern, one castle, and then go, that's enough for a D&D game? No. I'm gonna criticize you. I think you've got commitment issues. I think that everyone in your life around you, you think that they don't love you, but they do love you. They would appreciate what you did, and you should, oh man, there's a 3D map here. That's such a cool way of doing maps. I didn't even know you could put item frames on the ground in the current update. Is that meant to be there? Can you do that? They finally added it. I didn't even know. I can't believe I didn't even know they added item frames to the ground. But you better believe that's such a cool way to use it too, like all 5 sides of a block. Man, I am inspired, and that is good. Also, they built a wheat field. I do have to say they did technically build a wheat field, but I can't help but question why. There's 3 things they built. They built a castle, a tavern. The tavern's much less nice than the castle. And then they built the most generic wheat fields of all time. And it's like, come on, man, you can build. You're very good at it. Look at this bridge. This single bridge blows everything I've ever built out of the water. These little statues do the same. And then they kind of gave it up when they're like, wheat surrounded by cobblestone. That'll do, I reckon. I disagree. But you know what I don't disagree with? The fact that PlayStation 4 has now joined the crossplay community. But anyway, I enjoyed this video a lot. I hope all of you did as well. We're going to be going through some more of these at some point in the future. By the way, from that same world earlier, there's this really cool little display of all the dragon eggs. I've been, wanting to use my dragon eggs for summoning for a while, and I just feel like this might be the coolest way to do that. Kill a dragon every year. Show the updates. I guess I can't kill dragons anymore. Use the existing dragons to signify each version of the game that I've been playing. And that way, if I switch to, Series X or Xbox, or also PC in the future, we can cover that. Might be a fun idea, huh? Anyway, though, I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see, something I'm considering doing in the near future is like, for the next realm review, instead of like just reviewing realms and worlds, what if I do that usual YouTuber thing where it's like, I'm gonna pimp your Minecraft worlds? But instead of like pimping them because, I'm not the best at building, what if we made them ToycatA style instead? I think that could be a lot of fun. I also think it could be terrible, but that's why I want to do it, honestly. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, because I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.